See, the fucking lights changed the whole... Are we recording?
Yeah, we are rolling.
All right. Hey. All right. Hey. Like...
Gotta be mad
That's what I'm saying, man. It's fucking whacking. Yo, so I'll name this podcast later episode in the 40s somewhere. 49? 48?
I don't know.
And we're in the 40s.
It's 47.
Oh, come on. We don't need your facts right now.
Fuck off.
And we're in the 40s somewhere. So I come in here today, me and my guy, Johnny. Say hi, Johnny. All right, Johnny says hi.
Hi, Johnny. Are you eating a
we
sandwich?
come in here, Marissa, Mahdi. We're going to stay on topic today. We don't care about what he's eating. Listen, so I come in here today.
I'm actually a little bit curious.
About what he's eating?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
What are you eating, Johnny?
Smells like oil and vinegar.
Oh, never mind. That's gay.
Faggot.
Do you have chicken in there?
So I come in here today,
chicken?
and Mahdi, let's not start the year off with me. All right, now.
It's the worst start to a podcast ever.
Take Marissa's microphone. I come in here today, and the lights are extra dim. Some of the lights are even off. It's very Love Jones-esque in here at the moment. I'm confused.
We should have done the R&B podcast.
Rory's not even dressed like Rory.
Yes, I am. Well, I'm layered because it's cold as
Rory.
shit.
So you're not so fly when it's cold out.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
If you can't wear your little Darkwing duck coat you got, and you're done off at Mahdi. Listen, if y'all have been listening to this podcast for a year, then you should already know that Mahdi coat game is in the shredded ass.
It's a peacoat.
One thing that I've learned about women who do the things that Mahdi does, they normally don't have nice coats. Or nice bags or shoes. Like,
what's wrong with my peacoat?
Mahdi is still at the freshman level of thotting. Like, she hasn't advanced.
I'm not a thought.
She hasn't advanced to the point where the practice squad boo can buy her a nice coat. And he wouldn't do that because he's got a Michael Kors anyway. All right, so anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
And here we are. It's been a good week. First podcast of the new year, 2016. My year is already off to a horrible start. All the great plans that I had, I'm joking, I'm being facetious. Oh. But all the great plans that you have to end 2015, the first 2-3 weeks of the new year is the time, like, you know how girls and guys who have like Brooks and afros, they have like weird hair growth periods where it's not where you want it, but it's transitioning, so it's not dope enough for you to do something dope with yet.
It's like your bangs.
That's what the first month of the new year is like for me. Like,
So get some weave.
so we got some. You're trying to carry over this whole Rory was funny in December of 2015 thing. You're trying to carry it over.
New year, new jokes.
Hey, Rory was really funny for the last month of last year. Like,
Thanks,
it was quick in and out. Now I don't know about this new guy here, but so that's where we are for me. Hopefully, all of you guys have set goals. You have your vision board set and all of that shit that people do. Girls do vision boards a lot. Guys, not so much.
Men do vision boards as well.
If anybody that I know is a man and has a vision board,
Chuck Creekmore
they
has
haven't
one.
told me.
Chuck Creekmore.
Maybe Chuck has told me, but he's like neo soul enough for me to accept that. For me to accept him having a vision board. Some people I'll accept it from. Others I will not. Like Rory coming to me talking to me about his vision board. I probably am not going to take it too well. I'm probably going to tell him just shut the fuck up.
Thanks, man.
So we kicked off 2016 with a bang, or at least what I feel like is a bang. Everybody's messy. This is wonderful. I love it.
Who's messy?
Future. Let's start there. Bong.
Oh, okay.
Future fucking going on a long tweet rant.
Wasn't that long.
It was long
It's
enough.
like 2 tweets, 3
Yeah, it
tweets.
was
That's long for a nigga that don't tweet
that
a
don't
lot.
ever
Yeah.
tweet.
For a nigga that don't tweet a lot, when
Or
you
say
tweet 2
shit.
times back to back, that's a rant, nigga. Y'all not excused from ranting. So what did he rant? I came late to this party. I don't know what happened.
This bitch is bitter, holding my kids back from me. I just want to see baby Future, and I'm paying $15K a month for what? That was basically it.
Sensitive subject to me, but I'll try to have this conversation objectively.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unlike our last Future Ciara debate,
Yes.
we'll have this cordially.
Don't break this table.
And you're in a better place, so.
So where do you stand on this matter?
Well, I cannot cast judgment yet because I do not know all the facts. There is a possibility that Ciara is acting bitter toward him and holding his son from him. There is also the possibility that Future had a specific day that he wanted to see the baby, and perhaps Ciara's plans changed and she was unable to have to change her stuff around, and he got mad at her because she wasn't bending over backwards to make it happen like his other children's mothers probably do, because they don't do much, don't travel, don't have a man in Seattle and things of that nature. And he could have gotten mad at that and looked at that as her being shady or not compromising and things of that nature. So that could have been his reaction to that. So we don't know.
She replied though, right?
Through her people, through sources.
Yeah, she said he didn't pay shit.
Yeah, she says he doesn't pay $15K.
And he could see baby Future anytime he wants.
Is sources the person?
That's what I always. I think it's like the publicist.
Are we getting no? But let's try to keep it even more real in 2016. When people say sources outside of Chris Broussard, do they actually mean them?
I've literally never figured it out. I don't know. I really think it is their PR person that have relationships.
Where are Ciara sources getting
it's her
that?
PR team.
But slow down. But okay, where are they getting that Future ain't paid no damn $15,000?
Well, I'm assuming it would be if it's her PR team, she gives them a statement, or they create a statement based on whatever the facts are or what they want to say. So they're getting it from her.
Well, I know that sometimes PR teams make up their own fucking statements when they're a bit.
Sometimes.
Well, if it's
shit, 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Okay, that part I'm well aware of. What I'm saying is this. When they're doing their publicist thing, they ain't just making up the fact that they feel as though Future has not paid Ciara shit. That part they ain't coming up with from osmosis.
Right.
That part in particular, ever since I saw that fucking NWA movie, every little cough I get, I feel like I should probably go to a doctor.
I love that
I've
movie.
become a fucking what's the term?
Hypochondriac.
It's out on DVD today.
That is what I have become. But anyway, so off of that. All right, so Ciara's telling him that. Do we care about this at all?
I mean, it always opens up the men taking the men's side, women taking women's side debate on Twitter, and people that don't even have children.
Yeah, but none of us on Twitter know shit about what's going on.
This
with
is
them
really
too.
a matter of we literally don't know the situation, so we truly cannot judge it. Like we can't. Like we don't know what's
Where
going
do each
on.
of them live?
Ciara is based in Atlanta, but now I believe she's splitting her time in between Seattle, or perhaps full time in Seattle because of Russell. Future's in Atlanta.
All right, so they're both in Atlanta.
Perhaps she might be
No.
full time in Seattle now.
I don't see her being full-time in Seattle.
She is head over.
Maybe
heels.
on Sundays.
Shit. No way.
She has a life.
No way.
No, yeah, him. That's been her whole life lately. She hasn't been recording. She hasn't been touring.
Yeah.
Why
I'm
wouldn't
still
she
not
be with her
rolling.
man?
You've been a misogynist the whole last year. Now here you come in here
It's
want
New
to
Year,
fight for
new
women.
me.
Rory, she's
No, I'm
spending-
fighting for location.
She's no, that's fine.
Shit,
But
if I'm in love, I'm being up under him too.
even if you both are correct, well, no, you both can't be correct because she's spending more than a Sunday in Seattle.
Okay. Well, I think
I
she's
can't
probably
prove
in
that,
Atlanta
but it's a
enough
safe bet.
that Future could see his child if she granted him that opportunity.
And I'm sure. Well, no, I'm not sure. That's likely enough. Yes. And he might be out of town when she's in town.
Yeah, here's an honest question, and again, my stance is
No pun.
My stance here is I don't care. I don't care. I don't have all info. Yeah, I was waxed. I told you, I don't have
Not funny anymore?
I don't have, you ain't been funny just for 1 month.
All right.
I don't have all information here. I don't care what is. It's sensitive for me, but I can have this conversation objectively. All of that disclaimer bullshit. Now that that's out the way, when does Future have time to watch see his kid? Like honestly,
His album promo's over.
He's about to hit tour though. I do not know his schedule.
I'm assuming he was one of the busier people in hip hop last year.
2015, definitely.
Absolutely.
I don't see much time that he could have seen his kid.
Yeah.
Not saying don't see your kid because you're busy. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is if he's not in a great co-parenting situation, which it doesn't seem like he's in, like with his schedule and her schedule, would seem like
It's tough.
you need two people who are close to the same page.
And I'm sure
what I'm
that's
saying.
probably what he gets out of his other children's mothers, just simply for the fact that they are not really working women. I don't believe any of
Yeah,
them work.
I didn't like all of the baby past, baby present Twitter jokes, all that
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, I know the old baby moms is like, yeah, yo, future past is sitting. Yeah, all that shit's
Right.
Funny. All that shit's corny. All right, so I don't care
Well,
about
no,
that.
it poses another question. Does she need $15,000 a month?
We also don't know if she's getting that.
Well, they both agreed that was the number.
No, they didn't. Ciara said she's not getting shit from him.
She specifically said that he did not pay the $15,000, and he suggested $15,000. So I'm gonna, if they're both saying $15,000, I'm gonna say that's probably the number.
Yeah, they both said that number.
Okay.
So I have to assume that is what is mandated for him to pay, or that's the agreement they came upon on their own to not go to court. Should she be getting it?
If that's the case, I mean, the courts determine it based on their income.
Or if the court didn't determine that number, then that means they agreed on that number.
Yeah.
And if he agreed to that number, he agreed because he thinks she could get more in court.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I did the math. That would be like $750,000 or something like that if he was paying that for each child's mother for the whole year. It's a pretty big bill.
Well, you have to think if it was mandated by the court and he didn't pay it, there would be a warrant out for his arrest.
There would be a warrant.
Yeah.
So this must be a number they came up with.
Safe to assume.
Does she need $15,000 a month?
Doesn't
for
matter
that
if
baby?
she needs it. I mean,
if she can go to court and get more than that,
fuck the court. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, but that
does she need that much money?
You can't. You can't generally ask that question because it's.
Well, I'm opening conversation. I'm not giving my opinion.
That's a conversation that we shouldn't open either. Nobody's ever gonna that's like fucking the chicken and the egg. Like that's like ether takeover. It's like one of those. We'll never. That's one of those questions that you can ask forever, no matter what century you're in, and nobody will see eye to eye.
And not for nothing, but child support is for maintaining a roof over the child's head and other things.
And that is
nature.
where men will always fall on that side of the argument.
Yeah,
no kid needs $15,000 a month.
Right, but you have to know going into the situation, procreating with Ciara, who's already has this lifestyle because of her own self. So if you're giving her like $1,000 a month, that's like laughable. Like, what is she going to do with that? Like get her eyelashes done?
And that's the part that women always fall on. Courts take into consideration the lifestyle, and not only that, but in order to take care of the kid, the mother got to be all right. They ain't never gonna say that, but they take that shit into consideration.
And again, it's not that she was being maintained by Future because she has her own money, but she has these things that are.
I almost think my child support might have even went up when my child's mom was unemployed.
Well, that would make sense. If she's unemployed, she'd need more money.
I had a different argument.
I'm sure you did.
I had a different argument.
Well,
but
I'll pose the question again. Should there be some form of receipt or expenses to this $15,000 a month? I think that's a fair argument for someone to make.
Men always keep the receipt. I know it's tedious and meticulous, and we feel like we shouldn't have to, and we don't have to. I get that part. Keep the receipt. Trust me. You'll get fucked in the long run without it.
I think there should be some. If you're giving somebody money through a court, there should be something in return to say, this is what I spent this money on.
Well, no.
This is what it was spent on.
The 15 is money not through a court. We're assuming.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
We're assuming.
Well, let's say it's through the court
that
because
means
you can't really force someone.
Rory's saying something different. Rory's is saying make sure that $15,000 is actually going toward the benefit of the child and not into like her spa treatments for the month.
What I'm saying is my response to no matter what y'all are saying. No matter what y'all are saying, get a receipt.
Definitely.
If you're doing it through the court, get a receipt. If you're not doing it through the court,
if you're paying on the father's
if you go
end,
pick your kid up and you go take that little nigga to Toys R Us and he's your kid, I mean, they're your kid, so you want to do everything in the world for them and you don't want to have to prove they can get whatever's yours was yours is theirs and all of that shit. I get it. Get the receipt. Keep the receipt. Save the
My father used to be so petty.
Receipt.
He would take me out shopping and then invoice my mother afterward.
Can he take you out shopping tomorrow for that coat?
For a new coat.
My coat is fine.
That
Is
coat
it bad?
is trash.
It's just a random ass pea coat that was in my closet.
It looks like a random ass pea coat that was in your closet.
I didn't really put much thought into it.
That you wore in a school play in the 6th grade, and it had to be like a light green, but you couldn't find that when you were 10, so you got a really dark green, and you
it's
put
gray.
it off the light is green. So my story is green. So you got a real ugly type of green. After the play, y'all hung it up in a closet somewhere. It's aged for what, 30, 25, 20 years.
I don't really know. I don't even know where this came from. I just found it in my
looks.
closet today.
Like if a button fell off of that coat, you couldn't replace it. Like, that's the way that this
whole fucking
jacket...
coat might fall apart.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yo,
I just
this
have all these
coat-
North
shit keeping it
Faces
together.
and none of my North Faces really like went with this outfit. So I was
Nobody...
like, peacoat.
Are there pictures of you in this coat? Destroy them.
No, I don't know if I've ever
There will
worn
be
this
for
coat.
our artwork.
Destroy... Yo. But yo.
No, I'm so sad, and I have to
God.
go see someone after. I didn't know this was a bad coat.
No wonder you getting flown out to fucking Philly.
It was Rhode Island. We went to Providence, Rhode Island, okay? Because he had something to do there.
Never wear that coat again.
Now I'm really sad because I thought this coat was okay.
Oh, is that your go-to coat?
I just said I found it in the closet. Are you not listening?
Wait.
I
All
just
right, so
said
it's
I
not
found it in
your
the
go-to.
closet.
All
Yeah,
right.
and it was long because I didn't want to wear a North Face with this outfit.
Wait, are those your options?
North
This
Face
or a
or that?
North Face?
You probably got
I
a bubble coat
I got
somewhere.
mad bubble coats
At what point are you gonna?
and some random not bubble coat, but it's not warm enough for this.
What were your New Year's resolutions? What's on your vision board?
I don't really like to share those because I have to keep them to myself.
All right, well, let me share mine.
Okay.
Every year I say to myself, when is Mahdi going to not be stuck in Arrested Development?
I'm not. I was actually proud of myself today.
Mahdi, tell me how old you are.
I'm 28.
When's your birthday?
July 27th, 1987.
So you'll be 29 soon.
In 6 months, half a year.
Okay, listen to this. I love you and I care about you. So as your friend, as a 29-year-old woman.
I'm 28. I'm not even 28 and a half yet.
All right, but I want you to finish being a fucktard until you're 29.
Okay.
At 29 years old,
Yes.
you should have more options than a North Face and that green or gray
It is very gray.
pea coat that it feels like my Aunt Daisy, rest her soul, would wear.
Yo, is there like a store on this block? I'm hella gonna go buy a new coat because I didn't know it. I just saw this coat.
See, but
Fine,
that's
good
why I
coat.
feel like that's why I've always been the friend to like say the shit that maybe you feel like you shouldn't say to friends because sometimes we be thinking we doing dope shit.
I mean, I didn't think this coat was dope. I just didn't think it was
That's
bad.
really bad though.
What, my coat?
That.
Is it? Royce, is it that bad?
It is. You know the girls that had like an attitude on the schoolyard? They always wore peacoats like that.
It looked
I don't know
like
what that
your
means.
your generations are confused. Like you got a grill on at the mouth.
I do not have a grill on at all.
Well, you have a nose ring on then in your nose.
My
And not even
50-year-old
not
aunt has a
even
nose ring.
5 inches underneath. I'm in the 20s.
so wait, this is a peacoat from the 1920s.
Hey, that's actually a nice segue to fucking Johnny. I wasn't even going to talk about Johnny, but since he's here, Johnny and I had a similar conversation where, as a friend, I was telling Johnny I thought that he did something that he probably shouldn't do, my opinion. And we had an intelligent conversation about it. Like,
Okay.
I feel like if I walk outside and I have a booger in my nose, I would like for my friend to tell me that I have a booger in my nose.
It's part of
So
friendship.
me
Yeah.
and Rory are supposed to tell you that code, my nigga, should never be.
Is for pug.
Johnny, can we talk? I can. Johnny makes himself too accessible to the hoes.
Oh, Johnny.
Do we have an example of what triggered this conversation? The specific.
Yeah. Anytime Johnny has ever been with a hoe.
I'm aware of that, but I'm saying, was there a specific moment?
Remember
Come on.
LA?
Damn, now just bringing up match. Remember LA? Remember Philly? Remember?
All right, so let me give the listeners some backstory here. Johnny is a great friend of mine. Right?
AKA gunplay.
So Johnny is witty and personable and charming and welcoming.
Pause, no homo and all that. You heard me? Nope.
He has a lot of great characteristics about him, right? Mm-hmm. And Johnny, not to fucking jerk his dick over or anything, he does all right with the ladies. From what I see it because we're together. I can see it happening. So if I didn't see it, maybe I would think he was chump.
Okay.
But I've seen it, right? So I had to say, anytime anybody wants to see Johnny, guess who is available to be seen? You guessed it, Johnny. He's too accessible to the hoes.
I mean, it might be like a bad choice of words.
But wait,
Okay,
but
go ahead.
wait. So for me, that lends to a much bigger. I'm looking past that. This is multi-layered.
Okay.
I'm looking at what being too accessible to the hoes does to the psychology of the hoes.
What was your hypothesis?
I didn't need a hypothesis because I'm listening to Johnny share his stories with me over the course of time, and that is my sample size. I'm taking what I think it does to the psychology of hoes being too accessible, and then I'm listening to what's happening with him and some of his hoes. It's a match. You ever seen CSI when they get some fucking, go test the fucking DNA? It's a match. It is a 100% match. You can't make yourself too accessible to the hoes, Rory.
Well, for our listeners, why is that?
This all came from this damn fucking coat.
Oh, man.
Sorry that I wear this coat, Johnny.
What the fuck?
Didn't mean to.
Easter coat that she's eventually going to grow out of. That's why we bought it, but she never did.
Well, first of all, anything that is too easy to get probably isn't worth having.
I agree.
That's one.
Gems.
Two.
Damn, Johnny.
Real bitches like a chase.
That's true.
And to the other bitches, to the bitches that maybe don't like a chase, I'm going to assume that some of them like a man to be like a man.
So,
right? And not to say Johnny's not a man. At no point am I saying that.
Okay.
So I want to give more context before his face almost jumped off.
Like, what the fuck?
Excuse me?
So what I mean is they like to, you know how women like the idea of love?
Yes.
Like some women love, and most women just really love the idea of
sounds great on paper.
Love, yeah, that's what I mean. Like women like to like. Follow me here. Women like to like. You see it every day. It's evidenced by all of these bitches who are with new niggas every other fucking 5 weeks on Instagram. Bitches just like having somebody to like and talk about and tweet about and all of this fuckity fuck shit, right? So they like all of those feelings. All of those feelings are intertwined, those three that I just named. Want a man to be a man, fucking the liking to like, and the first one. What did I say? What was the first one? The one where your face jumped off.
He's not a man.
To be a man? That's what you...
Then that was the second one.
Thanks, Rory.
Oh, and it was the first one. Whatever the first one was. We'll rewind it. But if every bitch, every time, can hit Johnny and say, yo, I want to see you in an hour.
That's not what the situation is.
And he's like, all right, I'm in Alaska, but let me take 3 trains, and if I can get a private jet, and maybe tonight.
Wait.
If you have a blunt, then maybe tonight.
No.
If I leave
But
now,
I have to
Don't
ask.
like it. That's not how it goes down.
I have to ask. I followed you all the way there, and I 100% agree with you.
all right, come on.
But what if Johnny just wants these women to be available for him at the same time too to fuck? Because you're saying they're not going to want him eventually. Maybe that's his game plan.
No. I'm not saying that they're not going to want him.
I'm still upset about my P
eventually.
code. I can't even listen to this conversation.
I'm saying everything about that is much.
Seriously.
I didn't know that Johnny needed to be in my mentoring program until like recently. Like this is part of, like once I saw this happening, it was that coupled with some other things that we won't mention. But I said, Johnny needs my mentoring program.
Is this women that he's really interested in?
No.
So,
But at the same time,
Whatever.
I'll say this.
Kind of my point.
I'll say this to say this. Some of the stuff he's saying is accurate and some of it's inaccurate. But all in the same hand.
Accurate.
What?
I said if DJ Khaled would say it'd be accurate.
Thanks, Mahdi.
Thanks.
Throwing in some ad libs.
Dan,
How's y'all?
how's business?
Boom. All right, anyway. So it's not a bad thing to improve on what you're doing, especially coming from someone like Joe.
Oh, don't make me sound like a shit.
No, I'm not. Coming from someone like, I was going to compliment you, but I mean, I can go the other way.
All right, no, don't make me sound like shit.
All right. Coming from Joe that can give you a little bit of knowledge, you know what I mean? So he's got a different angle, he's got a different view, just like you would have a different view on things. It's just good to hear like a well-rounded view, you know what I mean? So it's not that everything he's saying is completely accurate, but some of it is accurate.
well, we know Joe embellishes more than anybody on planet Earth.
No way.
Thanks, Rory.
Really?
But no, back to your friendship thing. You should have friends that have different views than you for situations like this.
Word. And so back to his point was that, yeah, there was some times that maybe it was a little too, not available, but yeah, I guess it was available.
You know what you need to do? You need to jerk off and then answer the text message.
and just be done with it.
If you wanted to come,
so you're not so super horny.
Yeah, right. Word.
Like
You're not
Johnny,
talking with your dick?
like Johnny thought about seeing somebody on Christmas.
Well,
that to me sounded like.
then you have to question who she was and why she wanted.
Wait, no.
Word.
Which I did, which I questioned.
There was a lot of questions.
So this was a woman that he never met, didn't know, didn't have much rapport or dialogue with.
She must have been Spanish, right? Celebrated Christmas
Wait,
Eve.
time out. But
Christmas Day.
wait. So I'm talking to my man, on a holiday. They was
I'm
going
gonna
to
get myself in some weird
So
situations.
this guy's telling me he plans on seeing a girl on fucking, was it Christmas night or Christmas Eve?
It was night, Christmas night. The night,
I thought that was the most retarded thing I had ever
I'm with
heard.
you on that.
Thanks.
That's my point.
Not the cosign you were looking for.
That is exactly
That was
my
a bad
point.
cosign.
When her and that coat say yes.
Marissa agreed.
Word.
That tells you all you need to know. I said, Johnny, you're going to see a bitch that you have never seen, never met, never chilled with, never hung with on Christmas? Why? Why is that occurring?
I mean,
I like the little mini homie court that we have going on right now.
yeah, right.
Oh, no, it's not homie court because him and I have had this discussion
Yeah.
already. I'm not bringing him up on charges. Yeah, we had this talk already. But that was, I guess, I'm delayed a bit, but that was answering your question. You wanted an example. Like, that's what I mean. Mm-hmm. Even if he is free on Christmas night. See, that's what I think that's where me and Johnny were going wrong a little bit. Because Johnny, at some point, I don't know if he's still there now, but at some point, he was like, well, it's no sweat off my back. I'm not trying to marry none of these bitches. I'm not doing nothing. Like, why not just fucking, what? It's not killing me. No sweat off my back. My nigga on Christmas night, like a new bitch?
Where were y'all gonna go?
She invited me to her place.
Oh yeah, that's kind of weird, man.
That's retarded to me.
That's kind of weird.
Wait, and then, so I guess me and him spoke about it, and then he went and spoke to her. And then the next time I spoke to him, to him, this is how off he is. To him, he had a perfectly logical and rational reason why this should be happening on Christmas.
Yeah, what was the reason? I forget.
Something real dumb like, oh, her 5 kids got taken away from hers, and
5 kids? No.
And she had to move. So she's up here in this new town alone with no family. So she's not doing anything. And I said, oh, you don't think this is weird?
And you met her on what?
It sounds
Twitter?
like a fucking sitcom.
Twitter or Instagram?
Not real life.
I thought you had never met her before.
Yeah, not like.
Or was that a Joe embellishment?
Yeah, no,
I
that
thought
was
that too.
No,
Oh, okay.
It was.
Where'd you meet her?
It was just a random around town type thing where I live.
All right, so he's not going to say online on the podcast.
Oh, okay. I mean, bitches on Twitter.
No. This
He just met her, around his house. He was walking his dog.
It was at fucking One Republic.
Oh, okay. A little body.
Yeah.
But it was like in passing. It was like a quick hey.
Shout out to everybody over there at One
She
Republic.
was leaving. I'm out. I'm like,
One
all right,
Republic got
word.
the hose though.
Rory's had great times at One Republic.
Word.
Hey, Sam.
I've had some great times in Hoboken. Period.
Yeah, I know. Your great times hopefully have come to an end. Sam, I got you, my G. Don't worry. Because I know you listening out there. If there's one person I can count on to be listening every single week,
My God, every
it's
word.
Sam.
Hey,
She might be under the
All right,
table.
why do we keep bringing her up on this fucking podcast?
And a
'Cause
few
she
more
real.
people that I won't name.
Hey, gotta keep her on her toes.
I know you're listening. Bitch. So anyway, wow, we really did all of that from Mahdi's Peacoat.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Which is cream.
And
Which is
forget
great.
about the 15 grand to backtrack. Everybody was talking about Andre Iguodala's wife,
Oh, I missed that
who
one.
wants
18, right? Up
who
from
wants
18.
54 grand. 54 grand a month.
And she's currently at 18.
She's
For
currently
one
getting
child.
18. Yeah, for
Yes.
one kid.
Because she said that she's special. She has an IQ of like 151 and she needs to go to like gifted school and like be a genius.
Oh, I mean,
I know.
that makes sense.
I guess.
Yeah. I know.
I don't know
If
how
that's
much
the
that
truth.
costs, but is that $54,000 a month or how much
Nobody
does school
needs
cost?
54,000 a month. And is it child support or is it like Floyd Mayweather support?
For real.
I can't think of too many people that need that type of.
Maybe she could buy me a new coat.
You need coat support. Can you put Fish Spot on like coat support?
Oh my God.
Maybe.
Fish Spot, who I saw at Henny Palooza.
I bet you
Did I mention that?
Yeah, it's cool. I know he was there.
Oh, I didn't mean to delve deeper in anything.
No, we're good.
All I was
really awkward in here.
Yo, women are really
Back to your
nuts.
Yeah. Well,
Yo, do you know? Let's take a moment. Let's take a moment to appreciate womanhood and all the things that women have to deal with.
Thank you.
Men, listen to this really quick because this is very true and serious here. All I said to Marissa was that I saw someone that I know she knows.
Yep.
Men, understand. Young G's out there, all the young G's really old. I ain't talking really the older niggas. Young G's, understand.
get your ear to the speaker a little closer.
When you say that to a woman, they have to, let's see, have you ever seen, damn, I'm talking to the young G's, so I can't use my old references like the Thundercats. Anyway, when you say that to a woman, they get their defense set up. They get in zone. They're getting like a 2-3-2. So they have like a 2-3-2 surrounding their head because they don't know what you had to come at them with. They're prepared for all of the fuckball shit that you could have possibly seen their fuckball nigga that they love
And
doing. And
the best part is when they're trying so hard to pretend to show they don't care, that they look like they care more.
How did I look when I said that?
You look like
That,
you
like,
completely gave a fuck.
Yo, it looked like Professor X came in the room and just started thinking like with his brain. All I was saying was I saw him. That's all,
Yes,
Mahdi.
yes, I know he was there.
That was the end.
Okay.
Whew.
Where's this coat leading you to, though?
God damn it.
What is it? What do you mean?
Are you going on a date?
Well, yeah.
Hopefully not. She's going on a date to fucking Burlington Coat Factory.
No, but that's why I'm going to go buy another fucking coat because, yes, I'm going to meet him right after this. I have to get a better coat.
You going to meet who?
No one.
But wait.
I didn't expect to have my coat on for long.
Hey.
Wait.
Still have it on.
Wait.
I know it's cold in here. I meant it with
Wait,
him.
when is July?
It's 6.5 months. I mean,
March,
6 months. Yeah, 6 months and a few weeks.
May,
6 months.
June.
My birthday is 6 months from
We're
January
5
27th.
months from you.
6.
We're in January.
Yes, January 27th to
February,
July 27th
March,
is 6 months.
April.
January
May.
to February, February to March, March to April, April to
okay.
May, May to June, June to July.
Yeah,
Hey,
okay.
baby. Hey, baby.
Get it.
Let's say it's 6.
Okay, it is. Thank you, because my half birthday is January.
Let's say it's 19.
My half birthday.
My,
That's such a whole thing to celebrate.
I celebrate.
My point is still the same. Wait a second.
So I'm going to go buy a better coat.
You're
after this.
29 in 6 months.
Oh my God. Can I be 28 for a little while?
And you don't know that you should not wear that coat.
Bet you he
to
still wants
see
it.
I bet you he don't want that coat. Try to give him that coat then.
No, I didn't say
Try to
want
give
the
it
coat.
to him. You did say, I bet you he wants it. I bet you he
Yes.
don't. Now, what do you want
Not
to
the
bet?
coat, stupid me.
I'm talking about the coat, bitch. What are you talking about?
Hit me. So he wants me. He's not going to care
I
that my
bet
coat's
you
trash.
he don't want you in that coat. Keep that coat on and fuck them.
No, and now I got to go meet his brother too, and I don't want to wear this.
Wait a minute.
Wait, are you going to meet up with Johnny?
But wait,
Wait.
I
Johnny,
asked her.
the one in front of us?
Yes.
I don't understand the reference.
Accessible? Never mind. Forget it. He'll take you as you are all the time.
Okay.
Never mind.
That
Whatever
was
you guys
really
said.
trash, Rory.
I told you he's only funny among.
No, you guys are.
I thought that was kind of funny too. But
It was funny.
He's not even funny no more.
I didn't
See, told you, it's whack now. Baby. I just asked her earlier in this conversation if that was her go-to, and she said, no, I just saw it in my
It's
closet and it
not.
looked dope. But yet you're going on a date and you're going to meet this dude's family and you wear that bum-ass coat.
I didn't know it was bad.
This isn't
Well,
a first
why didn't you wear your go-to?
Because it's
Because
puffy.
the go-to is the North Face?
Well, there's just a shit ton, and none of them really matches. They're like green, white, brown. I don't want any of those colors. Black.
Can I see what's under the coat?
No, it's cold.
And here it's cold.
Yes, I'm
didn't ask you
freezing.
to
You
take
have your coat on too.
I don't have a coat on.
Well, what is that?
It's a hoodie.
Well, whatever. This feels weird. I'm not trying to be fancy, you know.
I didn't say that you were. Listeners,
just
we're
going
just taking a brief intermission so I could look at Marissa's outfit
Just
underneath
a
this.
t-shirt and a bit. I don't know what you call that.
Are those jeans?
They are jeans. Casual.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I must give a big salute to Marissa's niggas, man.
You're a hater.
You got a floral shirt on.
It's not a shirt. It's a I don't even know what you call it, but it's not a shirt. I have a blue shirt on.
Well, what's that? A cardigan?
I don't
What's
know.
the thing that looked like my great grandma's
That does not look like
couch?
that. And the style of it is very different.
I
It's
salute
big.
all Marissa niggas, man. Y'all niggas is the niggas, man. Y'all are
Make some
niggas.
great
And they
curtains.
fly,
Y'all
so shut
niggas
up.
are, and sometimes I be seeing like niggas thirsting after Marissa on Twitter. I salute y'all too. Big up to y'all, yo.
You a hater.
Or
Been a
that.
hater your whole life.
What else happened? Something else happened. So we got that all that baby child support bullshit.
Young Tyga, the sniper.
Oh. That's also a weird situation.
Uh,
I can't call it. He's still weird, but I don't know.
is he with the girl still?
Kylie,
Yeah. They are still together.
Yeah. For now, I mean,
They are.
this might have fucked him up. Gloria Allred.
Yeah,
Well, I read the
rubbing her
text
back, letting
messages.
her cry.
It's still creepy, but he didn't try anything.
Yeah, yet. But see, my whole thing was he was contacting her. His manager's story is he was contacting her because he liked her singing. But in the text
Y'all
messages,
always talk about shit without giving a premise as to what y'all talking about for the people that may be unfamiliar.
Okay, well, Tyga was caught texting a 14-year-old girl, and then the DMs, first he DM'd her. Those leaked about a month ago. They became such a story online that OK Magazine picked it up, and they made it front page news. And the cover said that Kylie caught him in a
All right,
scandal.
this is too much. We don't care this much
Well,
about
it does
Listen,
matter.
Tyga back at it, man.
It does matter
listen.
because
Tyga back to his old tricks.
then, so this 14-year-old girl, she is an aspiring
Man,
singer.
Tyga out here Tyga.
No,
Yo,
all right. I'm gonna get serious.
what's wrong with you?
I'm gonna just sit here in my peacoat.
Hey, let me give a Cliff Note version of all this shit Mahdi saying. Hey, y'all, Tyga again, man.
there you go.
What I'm confused about, and I'm only joking here, what I'm confused about is this. I did say this in my head. Well, earlier or whenever this story broke, I'm reading and I'm seeing all of these people like with all of this shock and outrage that Tyga is talking to a 14-year-old girl. And I'm like, like, wait. I can't even really discuss this the way I would like because it's too funny to me. And I have a bad habit of laughing at things that
Shouldn't be laughed
I
at.
guess people say shouldn't be laughed at. Yeah, they just tore me up on Twitter.
Yeah, we was gonna get to that too.
I had a nice back and forth with what's his name? D-Ray. D-Ray. Now I'm fucking from the hood, so normally when I think D-Ray, I think the comedian D-Ray. But no, this is social activist
Oh, that's who I thought you meant.
D-Ray.
Yeah,
D-Ray
yeah.
Davis.
No, I meant social activist.
Social
Oh.
activist D-Ray.
the fuck is
Him
that?
and I had a nice exchange, right? And I respect that guy. I respect him for all that he has done and continues to do for the community with all of that shit that I don't like to talk about. Right? So what happened here? Oh, what was my first thing here?
We can bring it up to quote you correctly.
Oh, look at Rory front and center for my demise. We never fact check anything on this show.
Let me
And
get
yet
the
here
exact
we are
quote.
with Rory wanting to fact check.
All right. Did you delete it?
Oh,
So you don't have it. What do you know? All right.
Oh,
so
what a bitch.
Oh, what a. Oh man, I thought you
were you hacked?
I thought you was ill. No, I wasn't hacked. That was really me. So I was tweeting something along the lines of how I'm going to retire from rapping. I'm going to better my community and be a motivational speaker and let people know the damage that whack hoes is doing in the community. Right?
The real issues.
Something like that. Again, I say clearly, but maybe not so clearly. What I thought was an obvious joke. But the trolls, man.
Don't blame the trolls. You were wrong.
you set yourself up.
Don't blame the trolls. You were wrong. Well, that leads me to believe that you know what I was about to say.
Oh.
So what was I about to say, Rory?
No, go ahead. Finish.
Oh, okay. So what do you know? So you don't know what I was about to say.
Go on, Joe.
So you don't.
I do not. You can continue.
So I told you he was only short for a month.
Are we near an H&M or?
I'm talking to the 3 niggas that be in my mentions.
Are you looking for me?
Rory got you again.
I'm looking too.
I do be getting you all the time, though.
Yo, Rory won another debate. The same nigga every week. Like, get the fuck out of here.
It's fine that I've beaten you in debates all of last year.
That's debatable. But, so that's what I tweeted. Clearly I was being facetious, right?
No, you didn't say what you tweeted. Say what you tweeted.
Gold Factory Johnny.
I'm lost. Why do you keep interrupting me and I'm trying to tell the story?
Because you said that's what you tweeted, but you didn't say what you tweeted. So I'm asking you.
I did say what I tweeted the beginning of my story.
Street.
As I keep trying to tell it, you're interrupting me.
Joseph.
Thank you. So that was what I tweeted. Let me say that again slower for some of you people who have Rory's IQ level. My initial tweet was, I'm going to retire from rapping because I'm going to be a motivational speaker because the community is suffering from whack holes. Whatever I said, right? My memory's bad. I'm not going to pull it up. But I said something like that. I was joking. So here comes Troll Man. Here comes fucking Brian or whatever. Brian. There's always a Brian or an Aaron with 2 numbers. Yeah. At Brian,
with a Y.
Yeah, here comes Aaron 87J or some dumb shit. Here he comes right in my mentions. And what does he say? He was a real Weisenheimer. He says, what good were you doing for the community when you sat on Esther's stomach and when you beat Esther up and made her miscarriage your baby? Right? So that's what Aaron 837YX right said. Whatever, right? So I'm in McDonald's, I'm sitting here, I'm chilling, I'm eating my fucking double quarter pounder, I'm reading the shit. And I say to Aaron, and it's not his real name, so don't try to go to that ad. I say to Aaron, I say, good thing I did or I'd have been fucked, huh? Angel emoji. When I tell y'all that I laughed for like an hour and a half, I laughed from McDonald's. I was parking at Johnny's house laughing. I really laughed for a long time because I amuse me. And I have a really warped sense of humor, right? But I thought nothing of that because I was too busy laughing, right? So then you go back on Twitter after you finish laughing and, oh, man. That's when it went down. I opened my Twitter application with 300 mentions sitting there. My heart starts pounding fast.
This is dramatic.
I'm trying to give you how dramatic it is when you open the app and it's 500 mentions.
Worst feeling
like
ever.
Some people out there understand what I'm saying. When you open your app and you have not tweeted at all. You have not tweeted in days, maybe. And now there are 500 mentions as you open your app. That shit is scary. That's like the AIDS test. It's like scary like that. Even if you always use a condom, when you go take an AIDS test, it's scary. It's fun. Every single time. Yep. Right? So I'm scrolling and it's a bunch of people like, oh, wow, oh, you fucking sack of shit, you the scum, you piece of, they were calling me all types of names, right? But D-Ray was one of the people, and I've seen some of his tweets, so I know he can articulate himself rather well. He was one of the people there. So him and I had a nice exchange back and forth, and him being fucking responsible and mature and all of that shit, and me just being me. But it was great. It was great. It was great. It was great. And in the end,
you had a mature response to him.
Oh well, I'm mature.
Yeah,
I know that it's cool. I know it's cool to be goofy and silly and not mature like online, but in real life, I'm mature. I wasn't gonna have that conversation with him and not be mature. And I'm like I said to him in one of my tweets, I'm smart enough to, even though I believe in everything that I said to him, and there's a whole bunch of shit. I didn't delete that, so you can go on my Twitter if you want to read it. Even though I believe everything that I said, I still deleted the tweet. Still. Because you have to allow yourself, even in stubbornness, room for error. That's why. So it was a great exchange between me and him. That was my first time ever even talking to that dude. I think I followed him behind that. I'll look at some of the social stuff because he said some shit. What did he say? He made his point, right? And then he said like what must mean like one in motivational influence tastemaker terms. He was like, yo, you shouldn't do that because you have influence and you're a leader and people look up to you, and reading it, people can take what you said even if you didn't mean it that way, and whatever he said, right? Then he ended it with, let's build freedom together or some shit. He ended it like, he said, let's get free. I was like, wow. Oh, wait a minute.
I want to be free.
Wait. Am I not free? Wait. Wait. And as soon as he said it, it was like I was brainwashed. And even though I had already left the conversation, I hit reply. And I said, I love everything you're doing out there, man. You were right. I was wrong. I didn't see I was living that way. Like, what is my mind? Yo, the slaves, and they had us in the fields. Like, that's what came over me. I just wanted to repent for my sins when he said that, man. Let's get free. What? So I'm free now. I mean, I think I'm working toward it.
I'm so glad that you had that revelation.
Another step.
Thanks, guys. Well, is that not great?
No, it was. I'm glad that you saw the error in your ways.
Now I need y'all to get free. You need to get mad free. See what happens?
There's this little thing called white privilege. I'm pretty free.
When you let one hood nigga into like an organization, it gets hood. Like no matter.
Yeah.
Yo, like, and this is me carrying on my own joke in my head. I'm aware. Yo, like, what if I was really down with D-Ray now and I was trying to kick the message? Like, that would be how I would kick it. Like, Rory, you need to get mad free, my G, because your brain, like, I would fuck D-Ray's whole movement up.
No, you would. All by yourself.
Yeah, single-handedly. D-Ray, you might not want to keep talking to me, bro. I'm trying to tell you something. Mahdi, who are you texting?
I'm just trying to see if I have any other photos of my coat so I can give my friends an example and ask their opinion on my coat. I never wear this coat. I can't find one.
We just gave you 3 opinions.
I don't care.
I found a
guys
Macy's
suck.
for you.
You also don't like my Jurassic
We're in
Park hat.
Midtown. There's 1,000 places you can go.
Yeah, we found Burlington.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go to Macy's on 34th Street.
What time?
Anyways.
Yeah, they should be open.
Yeah.
They should be open. So what? Let me see what else.
Are we done with Tiger?
Tom, hold up. We ain't gonna disrespect the OG.
Tiger the OG?
No, Tom. Call
From MySpace? Oh.
The OG.
All right.
Who's that?
We called this.
Yeah.
We called this. I mentioned this. I said this. It might have been our very last podcast, whatever, or the podcast before last. Mm-hmm. And I think toward the end of that talk, Rory asked me, "Do you think they fire him, or do they, whatever,
let him go on his own terms?"
And yeah, they did it exactly the way I envisioned them doing it. Because I do believe he probably was pushed out. But
he's a smart guy, and I think he knew it was his time.
And the Mariners it's a classy organization, so I knew they would handle it well. I like the exit. I love the speech. Again, my concern is, who do the Giants get now? It's a lot of big coaching. A lot of
Chip
coaching
Kelly is
agencies.
available.
Yeah, right. It's funny. I do believe.
Let's get rid of Odell. Let's get rid of Eli. Let's
We're not
restart.
playing football anymore.
Get Chip Kelly on that team.
No, somebody in New York would shoot Chip Kelly.
Word.
If Chip Kelly started coaching the Giants and then traded Odell.
Well, shit. Philly fans are way more crazy. I'm surprised they didn't. Philly fans are nuts.
Well, let's be clear. Deshaun Jackson, amazing fucking deep threat, right? Mm-hmm. LaShawn McCoy, shady, great running back. And Macklin, great. I don't know if none of them 3 is Odell.
No. Though it would be great if they hired him and got rid of everybody.
And no disrespect to Mark Sanchez and Nick Foles and Homeboy.
Yeah, you could throw some disrespect there.
Who's the other dude? Who's the rookie that they got that's third on the depth chart, the quarterback? Did he go to Oregon? He had a really big college career. I don't remember. But anyway, Eli's neither any one of those 3 gentlemen. So if Chip came up here trying to fuck around with Odell and Eli, niggas would have his head and throw that shit on the dance floor at Lust.
Does he get another job?
Chip Kelly, 100%. Chip Kelly 100% gets another job because, I don't know.
Pro?
White privilege. I think he can get another pro job. 100%. 100% somebody will give him another pro job.
He's not a horrible coach. He just did some really retarded shit.
Well, what happened was, and I'm glad I heard this on one of those hot take sports shits, but I heard that even when Philly stepped to him, they didn't step to him to get rid of him. They stepped to him and wanted him to relinquish his GM, president, all that other extra shit. They still wanted him to coach. They just didn't want him to have that control over the team. And Chip Kelly, in all of his arrogance, told them, "Oh, nah. It's either all or nah." And Philly was like, nah. So he could definitely get another head coaching job. I think a team would be out of their minds to hand him the keys to the organization. Like, you don't do that. You don't do that. But I didn't want to talk about Chip Kelly. I want to talk about the OG Tom, who, you know what I mean, was a part of one of the greatest Super Bowls I have ever witnessed. I'm talking about in 2007, when they beat one of the greatest offenses that I've ever witnessed. It was just done right. It was just done right. Now I just don't know who to get. So I'm hoping that they go and they talk to I know Giants fans. Bill Cowher.
Okay.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, me too.
Jon Gruden.
That'd be wild.
Totally.
I don't know about a Jon Gruden.
I read yesterday, 2 days ago, wait a minute, let me document this here. I read a few days ago that Jon Gruden and I forgot the other name would be interested in the Indianapolis job if it were to become available. Right? Mm-hmm. That says to me, Jon Gruden's got that itch again. Now, the day after that, the Colts announced, we good. Nobody's going anywhere. They got Pagano, and they keeping homeboy, whatever their fucking GM name is over there. So that tells me that if the quarterback is right, and you got a few good pieces, because the Colts are trash. Andrew Luck just hides a lot of deficiencies. So the Giants have that, and if Jon Gruden has the itch, and if you pay him enough, because he's going to coach you, I think I got a little whiff of what he makes at ESPN. You know what we never think about while we watch ESPN and Sports Center? We never think about what these people make.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah. That's a really cushy job.
Which one?
And I'm sure they get paid great. From Sports Center or just a regular
I feel like there's a big
TV
difference
caster.
between the Sports Center, maybe like NFL Live, and then whatever those other shows are. Like those First Take guys have got to be chilling. Or pardon the interruption, I mean.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of them get paid per those episodes. They're not on salary like the way a Stephen A. Smith would be with First Take. But yeah, I would say...
They said Matt Lauer was making like $11 million, just to go a little off topic, but that's a lot of money.
Who?
Matt Lauer, the NBC guy.
NBC, Good Morning America.
He's like always on the Olympics and all that other shit.
Yeah, I'm talking about ESPN.
I know, but I'm just saying, that's just to give you a scope.
I don't need a scope. Jon Gruden making some fucking bread. Mike and Mike.
They got me making bread, too.
You better fucking believe it.
Yeah.
Stephen A. and Skip.
Yeah, they're chilling, too.
You better believe it. Motherfucking Michael K.
Yeah, Michael K.
Don LaGreca even.
Yeah.
You better fucking believe it. Let me stop talking about the whole fucking ESPN squad, but they're doing good for themselves. Why don't we even bring this up again?
Who knows?
Mahdi's jacket sucks. Nah.
Yo, Mahdi jacket's so whack.
Your conversation go bad. Talk about Mahdi jacket.
I forgot how we started talking about ESPN.
Tom Coughlin is how we started talking about this.
I want to talk about making a murderer.
Ooh.
I'm starting tonight, so I don't want to hear any spoiler alerts.
You're slow.
Oh man, making a murderer on Netflix. It's a documentary about a gentleman by the name of Stephen Avery. That is what the documentary is about. I just finished this. Yesterday morning I finished, or the day before. The day before I finished one of those days, and I've already encouraged a lot of my friends to watch it. Johnny, we attempted to start it last night for you, and then you fell asleep. Asia has watched a few of them.
I made Danielle
already.
watch it with me.
And I really don't. I can't say anything about it without giving away the documentary.
I know.
Yeah,
I can't even tell you how I feel about it.
Exactly, and what I did after I saw it, and
Yeah, don't say anything. It's gonna ruin it.
Yeah, I'm starting tonight again.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear shit.
Yeah.
What I can say
Talk about it next week.
I'm going to try to figure out a way to just tell you. All right, here's what I can share, because I saw Whitney tweeting today that she was watching it, and she had the same reaction that I had. And before I watched it, I saw people saying, "Episode 4, my nigga." Wow. So before I saw it, I had already had that in my brain.
It's a half hour episode.
hour. It's a long.
Actually, it's
I'm not gonna
long.
go to
It's like
sleep.
65 minutes.
Yeah. The end of episode 4, like the very end, it's like smacks you in the face.
But listen,
Yeah, those hour episodes be killing your life. Like I could get through a half hour.
We literally
TV
did it
show.
fell
in
asleep
one
at 40
night.
minutes.
Me and Danielle did it in one night.
I
the whole
finished
thing.
most of it in the night too,
All right.
and I started late.
Well, let's end this podcast.
I mean, Danielle slept. But
Yeah, 'cause you
I
should
gotta
go
get
watch
home.
it.
I got to go buy a new coat. So
But listen, at the end of episode 4, right? Yeah, it was the end of 4 because I remember it was close to that, not even the halfway point. I thought, wow, like if there are 6 more episodes left, where could they possibly be going here?
wait, I wonder if we're talking about the same thing when they found the evidence, the old evidence.
What's happening right now?
Yeah,
I don't know which time you're talking about. That's
the evidence.
Oh,
What are you
man.
whispering?
I can still hear you.
It's a microphone.
We'll talk off.
Okay.
We'll talk off of this.
You know that part where they did.
No, I think, and don't quote me because I'm freestyling and my memory is bad, but at the end of 4, they still weren't on I can't say it without giving it away. So fuck it.
Murder.
Just watch Making a Murderer. Netflix has been doing amazing with these fucking stories and
Dude.
series and docs and like that shit. That documentary, like outside of the content, it's an amazing documentary.
Very
like
good.
I found myself saying throughout the whole thing, why is there footage of this? Like, who was there taping this moment?
Exactly. They shot that over 10 years too. That's a lot of work put into that.
That's
thing.
what I'm saying.
I wanted to ask who makes money off of that? Like, does Steven get anything from that, or because it's a documentary?
I don't know. They have a petition going around now that I can't talk about.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But
I
listen,
know that.
don't bring it up.
But
Like, damn.
and that's what Shorty said when she was watching it. She said, is this a dramatization?
That's exactly what I
Are
thought.
these actors?
That's what I thought because
And I
how do you
said,
have all those
no.
interviews? Like,
Yo, that-
when,
their
I only saw the
town-
first episode. When you see it, Rory, you're gonna be
Yeah.
like,
Yo, their town looks like, and this was 07. That shit looks like Napoleon Dynamite, like fucking 1980s. Like
But
they live in a time
They
warp.
sitting there interviewing niggas that are getting dragged in this
Yeah.
fucking shit. And I'm like, you agreed to
And
this?
everybody talks like Bobby's mom from Bobby's World. Don't you know? Everybody.
But
creepy.
But for the people that are a lot less traveled than myself, we live in a bubble sometimes, and when you go outside of your neighborhood and see the way some other people are living and see the realities of some of the people from these smaller towns and cities, you'd be surprised. You would be surprised. So for that to happen in that little fuckity fuck town that most of us probably have never heard of, for people to speak that way and live like that and just want that family, like we talk about racism a lot, but that kind of that's what I thought about watching that too. Like it spawned so many thoughts. Like I thought about that reverse kind of.
Not
Like,
even reverse, it's amongst their own.
It's a shame that a part of me, just a part of me, and this maybe is my father's doing, a part of me was kind of happy that a white person was going through this from white people. I know it's wrong.
I don't want to watch this anymore.
I know it's wrong. 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 I'm conceding that. But that's craziness.
Yeah. This world is a fucked up place.
They wanted to stop this man's entire bloodline. No, that's said. They say that.
Yeah, that's a thing,
They
guys.
say that.
They hate him.
Well,
Wanna
I
talk
caught
countdown.
that much
so
at least.
I won't say any more about it.
Well, I heard that, I don't know if it's true or not, but HBO passed on it and Showtime passed on it.
Someone
And
tweeted me that.
And they went to Netflix last.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hard for me to believe that documentary was
Passed on.
passed on a lot.
Judd Apatow, I believe his name
I could
is.
see
He
somebody.
has a
I could see
series
people
coming
passing on it,
Netflix.
but that documentary is too amazing for everybody to pass on it.
Yeah.
And normally,
Well, sometimes it's not a case of not wanting it. It's where are we going to
It
slot
doesn't
it
fit into
and
our
things of that
programming.
nature. Not that I'm a TV guy, but
I'm anxious to see how this does in views.
I mean, it appears it's doing quite well. TMZ,
everybody's talking about it.
TMZ's
Everybody's talking
covering
about it.
now. Every time one of
So-
the people speak, now TMZ, Making a Murderer, such and such says blah, blah, blah.
well, I have to ask them. This was season 1 was about this one gentleman, right? This
Yeah.
one case,
They're
and
gonna
you're saying it
change
took
it.
like 10 years to do. Is season 2 going to take as long? Do they have another person picked?
Well,
How is this going
there's
to work?
multiple documentarians that have been working on various projects.
If I'm
could be true, too.
freestyling, which I am, making of a murderer, and I thought that was the most amazing title that you could have thought of for that. I think next they're gonna do the making of like a con artist.
Oh, okay, that could be cool.
The making of a rapist, like they're gonna do.
Did you literally just make that up in your brain, or
no? That's just
like
off. That's just off context.
Okay.
And I don't have any privileged information. I haven't spoken to anybody. Wink, wink. But that's what I think is going to be happening.
Also, Aziz Ansari has a really dope Netflix series as well.
Who?
Aziz Ansari.
I like Aziz.
Comedian.
Oh, I love Aziz.
Yeah, he has. I cannot think of the name for the life of me right now, but I binge watched it 2 weeks ago. Super funny, very diverse. Thank you, Master of None.
What do you say?
Master of None is the name of the series.
Is it like a comedy?
Yeah, very funny, and he just like the diversity in that shit and the issues they tackle, like racism within his community, the Indian community, like super real as far as typecasting for roles and shit like that. And it's just like the conversation they have is some real fuck shit that we talk about, like just dumb ass stupid shit. Like it's a super relatable, very good, very well written series. You should definitely check it out. So Master of None.
Yo, Netflix is gonna get some people the fuck out of here. Because people are going directly to Netflix.
Because I don't even got cable and I fucks with Netflix.
Marty, I never want to hear that in 2016 again.
No, it's going to be forever.
No. I know it's forever. I don't want to hear it, is what I'm saying.
Forever.
Because Netflix is giving people creative control. They're letting you do what you want. Netflix might give people
My only problem
stations
with
the fuck out of
fucking Netflix, man.
There's a lot of bullshit,
when am I getting Daredevil second season? Like, can I sign that petition to get the second season of Daredevil underway? Like, when it pops up, like, all fucking 10 episodes or whatever it is. It's some other shit that they need to hurry up on. They'll give you Orange is the New Black a month after it's done, though.
They filming season
They'll give you
10
that
right now.
Yeah, fuck out of here, Orange is the New Black. Anyway, hey, Austin, where we at with time, man?
An hour.
That's it? Felt like so much longer.
I don't even know if we talked about shit besides Mahdi's coat.
We really have.
I feel like we talked about mad shit.
We really haven't said much.
We talked about child support. We talked about Johnny. We talked about vision boards.
Johnny not being a man.
Talked about your coat. Yeah, like those are topics. I know you guys not used to us having topics.
Yeah.
So it may have felt like we haven't discussed anything, but no, we
talked about
we've
Tyga.
had talk points. Topics. Yeah, I don't ever want to. It's certain people I don't want to talk about for the next year on this podcast. Tyga's one of them.
I agree.
Meek is another one.
Though I do want to know why that press conference, like when I watched that
So
clip
ridiculous.
of her crying, I thought Tyga fucked. And she went through this traumatic experience.
Well,
I didn't know she was
explain.
bawling her eyes out over a DM.
No, it's that they're mad at OK Magazine for making it seem like she was fucking with him and like all these different things. So she just did the press conference to be like, no, first of all, I wasn't trying to fuck with him. He pursued me. It made me uncomfortable. But then she also
There's
put
much
out a
bigger things we need press conferences
So then
for.
she also put out a statement like, but it was nothing sexual at all. So like, bitch, why are you
There
doing
was
a press conference? A whole with Gloria Allred because she goes after these young girls, rubbing her back. The girls crying. Like the theatrics were on 1,000.
That's retarded.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't care about that.
All right, so we're not going to talk about Tyga.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about Meek.
Yeah, I agree with Meek.
I would like to not talk about Drake, but that's not going to happen.
And I was going to say Nicki's not going to happen either.
No more shitty jackets either.
So, oh my god. So wait.
Wardrobe checks before we come.
So before we go, briefly, quick story. You know, I've been trying to be this dad lately, right?
Which you've been doing a good job,
So,
by the way.
so I'm riding around with my kid, man. Oh man. I mean, I could talk forever about the thoughts that I've had looking at this little kid, right? But I won't, because his friends are probably listening and they'll probably tell him, snitch. Stop being snitches if you're listening. Bitch ass niggas. Anyway. So
I retract that statement I said about you doing really well.
So I'm riding around with my kid, and my kid who raps and is actually pretty good, much to my surprise. He carries headphones everywhere, right? Everywhere, to dinner, breakfast. He puts them on. He's a real fucking weirdo, but that's cool, right? At 14, I was like that. This kid is a lot like I was at that age without the bad shit, right? Mm-hmm. So I could hear some of the shit this nigga's playing in these headphones as he's in my car, and I'm turning my fucking real nigga music down to hear some of this shit. And in my head, I'm thinking shit to myself like, wow, like, I'm really that guy. Like, I think I was playing Sky's the Limit. And I said, wow, I'm that guy that is playing a bunch of shit before niggas was born. That's the guy that I am. And I'm the guy that's hating everything I hear in his headphones. But I can't be that dad. I don't want to be that dad. Now I see how dads are so welcoming to shit that they probably wouldn't be welcoming to. Like I heard, what was that? Nelly say some shit one time about the shit his kids listen to. I heard some parents talk about the music their kids listen to. And I know some of the parents. They wouldn't have been listening to some of that shit. But anyway, so he's playing all this shit that I hate in his headphones, right? And at one point, I look back at this nigga and I say, hey, fam, who is that? And my face looks so disgruntled. Like, who is this mess you're listening to? And he says, because he's real proper, like, he says, oh, that's Tory Lanez.
Oh, Tory Lanez from Toronto.
Oh, yeah, I do want to have this conversation.
I said, you know what my problem is with you guys? With you, like, you like that? That's dope to you? Like, tell me what you like about that. So we started having that conversation. And as I'm looking at the words fly out of my mouth as if I'm talking to like Rory, I remember I'm talking to my kid. Mm-hmm. So I stop. And I say, oh yeah, well what CD is that? And I actually like remove myself and get into him. So as he starts to tell me about Tory Lanez, it intrigued me. I left him and I said to myself, I want to go and learn about this person that my kid is listening to, right? Mm-hmm. Because all I know about Tory Lanez is Say It.
Yep.
I love Say It.
It's pretty much a remake, but yeah.
But I love Brownstone.
Yeah, me too.
And I love what he did with the Brownstone record, which I probably don't think many people should touch. That's an important part of my Tory Lanez rant. So I like Say It. And then I later saw another video of him rapping, and I didn't really care about it because I'm that grumpy guy, right? That hates all the new shit that kids are doing.
Yeah.
So when I go and I start with Chicks Tape 3.
He just released that on Christmas.
Have you heard this tape, Rory?
I've been meaning to. I haven't.
Have you heard this tape, Marissa?
No.
Have you guys out there, listeners, heard this tape? No? Okay.
Thanks for the quick response, guys.
I know that Johnny has heard this tape because he heard it when I heard it. Or somewhere around there.
This is the R&B one or the rapping one? Because he put out two.
This is the R&B one.
Okay, that would be the one I would listen to.
I don't want to make... I know I'm being recorded. I don't want to go on a limb here, but...
Starting out the year right.
It's lit.
That Tory Lanez mixtape is, to me, there we go, to me. Because after you say to me, you can say anything you want, right?
That's not true, but yeah.
Well, on the internet, that's true. To me. If you say to me, people can't argue with you and fight with you. Because,
my opinion is my opinion.
To me, that tape is phenomenal. Like...
Oh, I thought we were going to go the other way with this one.
That tape is some of the...
New year, new Joe.
That tape is some of the greatest of that sound. So, because when my kid was talking to me, he was saying, yeah, this one I'm listening to is the R&B one. He put two out, the rap one, and you know, I'm an R&B guy. Mm-hmm. So, when the tape comes on, I know of Say It. It comes on, and he's flipping stuff again.
Okay.
So he started with some. Every time this kid flips something and I hear the beginning, the first thing I think to myself is, why the fuck isn't somebody telling this fucking idiot kid not to touch this classic record, right? Mm-hmm. And then by the time he finishes the song, I'm like, oh my God, Tory Lanez is a king. Like,
fuck Marvin Gaye.
So that was this whole fucking tape, Chicks Tape 3, right?
I'll have to listen to it now.
So now, because this tape is so amazing, what do I spend? I'm a fucking addict head. What do I do? Well, how do I spend my next 75 hours? You guessed it. I downloaded every single thing that Piff had on Tory Lanez. Right?
Shout out to Tory.
And a lot of that shit is really good. Now, I don't love all of it like I love Chicks Tape 3, of course, because as I said to Johnny, I could hear when he was still in
Find My
growing,
Sound mode.
transitioning.
Chicks Tape 2
I could hear that. But still, it was gems. I'd still got gems and all of that downloading that I did from him. And it sounds like this Chicks Tape 3 is just him having mastered
The record flipping?
You will love it.
Okay.
Because you love good music. You're gonna love it.
Chicks Tapes 2 has some flips in it too, though. Like the TLC track.
Yeah.
You're like, yo.
He was flipping stuff from before then. Oh, because then I tweeted, yo, niggas was supposed to tell me this Chicks Tape 3 shit was amazing. And that's when niggas said to me, oh, you got to hear Chicks Tape 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And I said, whoa. If this kid has 2 more tapes that's on this level, which I disagree with, those 2 tapes are not on the level of this tape, but there's some good shit on those 2 tapes too. Yeah, you'll really enjoy this. Me and Johnny have been listening to nothing but Tory Lanez since we have discovered that this kid is not really like the other kids. So wait,
is this what sparked your tweet?
Yes.
Okay.
But so because I would have never, I tweeted humor me in 10 years who has the better career, Bryson Tiller, Party Next Door, or Tory Lanez. Now, mind you, before 4 days ago, I would have laughed if I saw that tweet from somebody. Because why are we talking about Tory Lanez in the same breath with
conversation.
Party Next Door and Bryson Tiller? However, but I don't know anything about the kid, Tory Lanez.
From Toronto. And
so this is my Tory Lanez thing. Apparently, he's from Toronto. Which may be a good thing. Maybe.
It's a cool city now. It's in.
Yeah,
it's trendy to be from Toronto.
But I think somebody told me in my love fest for this guy's music that he has a beef with Drake.
Yeah, it's like a baby beef, like little baby shots.
I know I don't want to be from Toronto
And beef with, like the king
and
of the city.
sing and beef with Drake.
Yeah.
So then I noticed yesterday Tory Lanez tweeted, Yo, don't compare me to none of these whack ass niggas.
Hey.
They hitting they peak. They hitting they peak. I'm just getting in my stride or something like that. And I said, okay, I get it. Now I get it. This kid who is immensely talented and whose music I love, and I will turn all of my friends into Tory Lanez fans now, may have a bit of an attitude problem. So my message, even if you don't, my message to Tory Lanez, if you are listening, is this. Because I know how this podcast world works. I talk about you, fans at you. You listen to see what I said about you, because they're going to tell you I was talking shit. You can listen. So if you are listening,
have you talked shit? I thought you've been bigging them up.
I haven't talked shit.
No.
But artists are super sensitive. So, and fans misinterpret things sometimes. So, you might take something I just said and ran back to them and said, yo, Joe Boom talk shit about you on this podcast. But whatever. My message to you is this, Mr. Lanez. And no one knows this better than me. I can't speak to how big or small your fan base is. I can only speak for myself. I am just now getting wind of how amazing I do indeed think that you are. So I'm pretty sure if that's just happening for the first time for me, then it's probably about to start happening for a lot of people that way. So while that's happening, you probably don't want to rub too many people the wrong way or shit on them. And I say that without knowing your relationship with Mr. Tiller or Mr. Party. They might actually be
They Mr.
beef.
Door. Mr. Next Door.
Actually, the kid Party is 21. I'm not calling him Mr. Nothing. Kid Party.
Well, you think that's
Door.
who he was specifically speaking to in that tweet? Those two.
Well, I do think that he 100% was speaking to my tweet.
Okay. I didn't know this was
he
after. I thought
it was after. No, he was speaking to my tweet because fans, a bunch of
right.
people were saying Tory Lanez, so he was adding him in the shit. And what he was
Interesting.
saying was, don't compare me to none of them niggas. Them niggas are in there.
Oh,
I'm not quoting him because I don't remember, but them niggas are in their peak already. I'm just getting started, whatever. Something like that.
to play devil's advocate, if he was indeed speaking to them, I don't know if you can say that because Bryson has done something that you have not done, which is the most important thing in your career, and that is create a successful album. You look distraught.
I'm cold.
I don't know if Tory Lanez has ever put an album out.
I don't think he has. I could be wrong, but if he has, I don't know.
If he has put one out, tell me the name so I can go and purchase it.
Yes. And Party has proved consistency in the same lane that Tory is in.
Man, Rory loves to fucking round me up, boy. Rory, I see where this is going. My parking thing expired 2 minutes ago.
No, that's because you scared.
If you are gonna make me sit here,
he has one EP, but he doesn't have an album.
My fucking love for Tory Lanez.
Let's fucking do it.
If you're gonna argue Bryson Tiller versus Tory Lanez, I am going to take the Tory Lanez side of the argument.
Okay.
Now, with that said, we can leave that as our teaser for next week. Because I am
going to go prepare.
Wear you out. Well, no, because I don't want to send Johnny downstairs to put meter in my fucking shit when we're over an hour anyway.
This block,
so we're going to go. But I think that's a good debate to have anyway. And we should try to break the trend of teasing stuff and never doing it. So
we can do it.
So
start off 2016.
So you are going to take the Tiller side of the argument.
Yeah, let's put Party Next Door out of this.
Wait, so all right, just so,
no P&D.
So, no P&D.
Let's just do Bryson versus Tory.
Well, no, we could include P&D, but you can just take
all right.
You can take Tiller's side. I'm taking Tory's side. I wouldn't give a fuck who you put in there.
Usher. What if I put Usher in there?
Come on. Listen. But is our fight for next week my Twitter question, or are we changing it? Is it in 10 years who has the better career, or is it who's better?
No, let's. I think that's not fair to Tory. That's why. That's why I think I'm going to win this debate.
Wait, what's not fair to Tory?
We're not going to have the debate. All right, let's just say.
Just tell me what you don't think.
Let's go. Because he hasn't put an album out, Joe.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So I'm going to say Bryson Tiller is the better artist right now.
And you'd be wrong.
Okay.
You would be wrong. You would be incorrect in that.
Let's put this debate borders in here now. Are we talking about ability, or are we talking about success on paper?
Well, we can't talk about success on paper because
then
Bryson Tiller has an album out.
It's going to be a really weird debate because it's just going to be an opinion. Like you can't really.
I thought we're arguing talent.
You said who's going to have the better career in 10 years.
Yeah, but then you said we'll change that.
Well,
so you want to do that?
I think it'd be easier to do in 10 years.
Well, I want to argue with you because you think Bryson Tiller is better than Tory Lanez right this second.
Well, I have to go back and listen to Tory's thing. I'm just going off what's tangible right now. I know that Bryson Tiller did a successful tour and a successful album and has
Tiller
radio
is
play.
Better than Tory Lanez?
I have to go back and listen to Tory.
Okay,
but on paper, yes, Bryson Tiller is better than Tory Lanez. On paper.
I don't care about the paper. So you get back to me. Hey, if Rory comes back to me after he goes and does whatever he has to do and tells me that he thinks Bryson Tiller is better than Tory Lanez, we're definitely 100% starting our next podcast with this debate. 100%. Tory, I hope you're not offended at anything I said because I'm sooner or later going to want a feature. And B Tiller, what up?
If Tory passes.
And Party, you lied to me, bro. You tweeted me, and I do understand. Hey, let me address Party real quick. You tweeted me last winter. I said, Dan, can we get a Party project before the summer? You tweeted me with a very cryptic yes.
You heard his tone when you read it?
Right.
Well, yeah, when you hit me back and say yes, and then fucking a million people start retweeting it, and all the blogs pick it up, like what you said is like gospel, so now the yes becomes real fucking cryptic. You said that, and no project came. I don't hold it against you. That's fine. You're busy. You're working on an album. What I will say is this. Bryson Tiller, Tory Lanez.
Fuck is on your heels.
If I think long and hard enough, I can think of some other people that are kind of adopting a style in the same ballpark.
Travis Scott?
Yes.
100%.
I know Party is doing his album.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that Party has nothing to worry about because Drake is in his corner. So this is all for small podcast talk, of course. Because I have no doubt that Party will be fine under that umbrella. However, the room ain't so lonely with just you in it anymore. I'll say that, and I think that you should keep that in mind at least. Like, shit, why do I have to not be able to download the 80 new songs y'all put on the OVO radio shit when y'all did the whole Party Next Door shit in the summertime or whenever you did it? Like, why is that the new thing? I had James Fauntleroy, you too. I'm not tired of you niggas putting songs on fucking SoundCloud that just are never going to be available ever. I get it. You want the listens to go all the way up so you're in the fucking gabillions. But, nigga, we want the song. Like, come on. At least give us a way to rip that shit or something.
There's a SoundCloud ripper. I download everything from SoundCloud.
Oh, I need that.
Yeah, I'll send you the program.
I didn't know anything about a SoundCloud.
Yeah, I get everything from SoundCloud.
You rip straight from SoundCloud?
Yeah, it's literally you just put in the URL and it downloads it straight to your computer.
We will talk later. With that said, all right.
Edit that out just in case.
All right, I'm out of here. All right, Austin, thanks for everything, bro.
I'm off to buy a new coat, guys.
Word, I hope so. Yeah, word's definitely not dressed like word. All right, I'm out of here before I get a ticket. Peace, 100!